I have to say that merit base in Estonian politics, well, used to be in 90s and early this century really the main dominant feature. I mean, we still analyze our ministers and politicians about their ability if they do not have the technical competence when they get the job.
Benvenuti ai Dialoghi con gli esperti. Questo qui è un format che mi sta molto a cuore. Sono degli incontri che io ho fatto in tutto il mondo insieme ai più grandi innovatori, più grandi investitori e più grandi imprenditori con cui ho avuto il piacere e l'onore di entrare in contatto. La conversazione di questa settimana è con Kersti Kaljulaid, che è il Presidente dello Stato della Repubblica dell'Estonia. Kersti è il primo presidente donna ed è anche il presidente più giovane della storia di questa giovane repubblica. È una persona che io definirei intelligente e informata, il che è abbastanza inusuale per un presidente. È molto interessata alla tecnologia e all'innovazione e a sentirla parlare. Sembrava di sentire qualcuno parlare a un TED sul futuro del lavoro, l'evoluzione delle tecnologie, l'automazione, l'ingegneria genetica. Sicuramente non quello che mi sarei aspettato da un presidente di uno Stato. Sono stato molto felice e molto grato di aver avuto questa opportunità e adesso voi avete l'opportunità di sentire questa conversazione insieme a Presidente Kersti Kaljulaid. Buona visione.
It seems a little bit like you're running, I mean, the Estonian government is running the country in terms of its values like a big family, but in terms of operations like a company.
Very much so, yes. And you know why? Because in Estonia the career models do not kind of bifurcate as soon as you graduate. Because we do not have anything to gain from staying in private or in public sector in one company for a long time. Because you do not, gather kind of, pension rights working in civil service, for example. Yeah. Our job market is totally free and flexible. And as a result, we've never seen high unemployment numbers neither. I mean, of course, when there was the initial reform in 90s, the unemployment rose, but because the job market is free, then it was quickly gobbled up by the developing economy. And right now, our normal unemployment rate is always somewhere between 3.5 and 5%.
Is the frictional.
Yeah, exactly. And this actually stems from this, totally flexible job market as well, that we do not accept that state has to be, even if it's more conservative, and of course here as well, state is more conservative than private sector, but it does not need to be run, inefficiently. Yeah. And because our people, I came first time to public sector when I advised Prime Minister, I came from private sector. Together with me came other people. And at that time, for example, our government ran on paper like every other government. And we were like, come on, every company has a board management system already. Bigger companies did have board management systems which are electronic. And we did paperless government. And we were deeply astonished that everybody came, journalists came and asked, how on earth, who is pushing buttons for the ministers? And we were like, why do you expect ministers not to be able to do what board members are able to do? They are the best people who run this country.
If they were elected for that reason, which is not always the case. But
no, it's not always the case, but I have to say that merit base in Estonian politics, well, used to be in 90s and early this century really the main dominant feature. We still analyze our ministers and politicians about their ability if they do not have the technical competence when they get the job. Then they are bashed, and when they are able to learn quickly the right technical capabilities, they are prized. And when they are not able to learn, then they are criticized for not being able to go into the technicalities. It's expected in this country for a politician to be technically competent. You cannot be a minister of finance if you do not get your budget, and you cannot only rely on civil servants, because we don't believe that you can steer the policy if you do not get the basics. How?
If it were so simple, and then everyone could do.